Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today is resident permit day. It's Friday, I don't know, September 3rd-ish. And last Monday, because when you get a resident permit, you're basically doing that to stay in China more than 6 months at a stay. So you need meds. On Monday morning, last Monday morning, we went and we did our medicals. And they came back yesterday. So it takes 4 days to get your medicals, and you have to show up at their place, the China Customs place, and they have all of the equipment to do chest x-rays, they do ultrasounds, they do ECGs, they do blood tests, urine tests. Make sure that you ain't got something that you're going to give other people here, or you're not going to drop dead on Chinese soil over the next however long. We're shooting for a 3-year resident permit. We would have went for a 5-year, but our passports run out in about 3.5 years. We have to go back to Canada and get them renewed, I guess, or get a new passport. Those suckers have been around the block a couple of times. So, and you're wondering, well, what do the medicals cost? Well, medicals cost 350 RMB each. So you get a fairly full medical for 70 bucks Canadian, or around 70 bucks Canadian. Then when you get your meds back, then you can go over to the Wexian area of Nanning, where they've moved all the immigration. Basically, a lot of the government is run out of the new area town, and I'll be making some videos because it's basically part of a free trade zone here in Nanning, and it's part of a set of videos that I'm working on at the moment. But so we checked it out yesterday, and this is like way on the other side of town. You have to get on line 1 from where we are in the subway, then transfer to line 3 and get over there. It's a long way away. 5 RMB. So right now I'm just heading to the subway down Ho Chi Lu, and we're gonna get on the subway and we're gonna end up over at the other side of town at the immigration department. Hope everything goes good. Why China is so effective at not spreading the COVID-19 around is, if you look around the train, everybody on the train, when you get in close quarters, everybody on the train is wearing a mask. I think that has a lot to do with it. So don't listen to all of these professionals in the West saying masks don't work. Obviously they do. This is line 3. This is the new line in Nanning. We started out on line 1, now we're on line 3, and still 5 RMB from one end to the other. Well, we're just about there, and we still have a couple of years left on our visitor visa, just for the fact that we got, I think, a 4-year visitor visa. And but the idea of having to leave China, quarantine on the way out, quarantine coming back in, if you can even get back in, just doesn't cut it for us. And you know, we've decided that we're going to be staying long-term here in China, so resident permit is perfect for us. And we've ran on resident permits throughout the last 4 times that we've been to immigration in China and in Vancouver. So this is the first time we've been on a visa, tourist visa, for a long time. Plus, I can't get my WeChat to work, so I got to pay cash and get a little token when I get on the subway with a Q2 visa. No bank account for you. No bank account, can't link your WeChat. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different reasons why a resident permit is better than a Q2 visitor visa. So that's basically the reasoning behind what we're doing here today. Sure, it's a lot more expensive. You know, I'm not sure. I think it's about 700 RMB each for the permit, and then 350. Oh no, it's about 800. Weifang says 800 RMB for the permit, 350 for the med. So you're looking at about 1,150 or over $200 Canadian for each of us. So 400 bucks, 420 bucks, whatever. But you see, I'd rather pay the 420 bucks than have to travel back and forth to Hong Kong or Macau. You know what I mean? And it just makes life so much easier for us. Then we can just go home and have a beer. We left home at about 9:15 this morning, and now it's about 11:05. We traveled 35-40 minutes over here on the subway, 5 RMB. As you can see, entry and exit administration service center of Nanning Municipal Public Service Bureau. This is where you come to do visitor visas, resident permits, work permits, all them permits. You know what I mean? So 35-40 minutes over here, 5 RMB. On Monday we did our medicals, 350 RMB each. And for a 3-year resident permit, because our passports run out in 3.5 years, so we couldn't have gone for any more, because your permit follows your passport. Can't change from one passport to another. So, and 800 RMB. So after it's all said and done, it took under 2 hours to travel all the way over here, go through all of the rigmarole. We did have a lot of documents, and this isn't our first rodeo, so we knew exactly what to bring. You know, family hukou, relationship with her dad as our reason for being on a resident permit here. Can't leave old people alone. You know what I mean? We shouldn't. Yeah, he's in an old folks home, but we go visit, we bring him things, we do shopping for him, and all these other things. You know, so you don't just dump him in an old folks home and leave him there. You know what I mean? Okay. Then you need a copy of our marriage certificate, because you have to show a relationship to me, and that's got to be translated into Chinese and has to be registered with the Chinese government. Oh yes, it does. You need your house book to show that you own a property, or your long-term resident. If not, a lease agreement. If not, a hotel. You know what I mean? You got to show them where you live. All of these documents I don't have to worry about, because Weifang is really good at stuff like that. She's organized and whatever. So under 2 hours, 1150 RMB. Plus 5 RMB to get over here and 5 RMB to get home. And today is the 4th. I thought it was the 3rd, but it's the 4th today. I had to put it all the documents. We come back in 2 weeks on the 18th to pick up our passport with our new resident permit in it. It's not a problem. And I was only going to be able to get a 2-year, but I turned 60. And as soon as you turn 60, you can get a 3-year. Not a problem. You know what I mean? So, like, life is actually good. And when we came in, it didn't look like rain outside. And then when we come out, it did rain. You never know. This is a subtropical area of China, and it smells beautiful. The temperature's not that hot anymore. It's a great day. So if you're running into problems getting permits, visas, well, you're not going to get a visa. You're going to get a visa extension from within China, but all visas have to be gotten from outside. You know, before you come into China, now you have to have biometrics done. That's shutting down a lot of them criminals. Yes. So if you've got a background of a criminal background, you got to go home and get your biometrics done. When you go home, if, for instance, if you have a warrant out for your arrest, you don't want to go get your biometrics done because they'll arrest you. If you've got a background of violent crime, whether it be against people or animals, you're not coming back to China. Yeah, exactly. You know, the idea that they have this, it's so efficient, it's easy to do. Even you need your picture taken. Well, in there they have these machines that take your picture, put a little code on it, and it just goes right to the computer. Not a big deal. Free, yes, free. Well, not free because you're paying $800 for your resident permit for 3 years. You need photocopies done, you go to the girl with the photocopier and she does it. Yes, free, but not really free because you got to pay 800 bucks RMB for your resident permit. So all of this has been actually a fairly good experience today. I'm impressed with the new stuff here. We used to go over in our area where it was just like 3 or 4 blocks away from where we live on Hojilu, and but it was an old building. It was, you know, it was more difficult. They didn't have the modern technology of what they have here. So this was a good experience. And that's another video about getting a resident permit in China for 3 years, the cost, and how simple it was. Go figure, eh? And we are in Wuxiang area of Nanning City, and yes, that is a pagoda behind me. Chances are it's not an old one, it'd be new, because this whole area, I'm gonna do a 360, this whole area is brand spanking new. This is an amazing city, Nanning, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I love my life, guys. So now we're in China for another 3 years. We don't have to leave because with a resident permit, there is no timestamp. You don't have to leave every 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever. What you have to do is just sit back, relax. If you want to leave, you want to come back, you don't need a visa because you're a resident. And it's not a temporary resident permit, it is a resident permit. People get that wrong all the time. Resident permits are resident permits. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. From Wuxiang area of Nanning, China. Ooh, we got a little bit of thunder and lightning up there, boys. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, hit the bell, don't forget to resubscribe, and never forget, guys and girls, put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Poor rural Chinese children, they just need a helping hand, and we can help them. Help me help them. Thanks for watching. Bye now.